All right, welcome back. We are kicking off with the second video lesson. This is module 1. But before we get started, we left off in the previous lesson where I showed you the steps to create Kanban file and the basic information, and then I asked you to practice what you did in that lesson up to this point. I want to believe that you did a really good practice, that you got all the steps right, you built those skills, and you were able to come as far as this point. Now, just like I promised, in this video lesson 2, we're gonna take those skills and then move to the next level. What we're going to do in this lesson is we're going to take a step back and then follow another path where we are going to practice entering the services and the vendors and the customers using some of the steps that you deviated from in the previous lesson. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so I'm going to take a step back, start again, and then use a different path. I want you to be able to use different paths to be able to achieve the same goal, because that is what being an expert in your field means. You need to learn different ways to achieve the same goal. So I'm gonna use a different way, a different method to be able to achieve the same goal that we want to achieve, which is being able to enter the information that we want in terms of customers and vendors and employees by using a different path. So what we avoided in the previous lesson, that is now what we're going to do, and then from there we're going to move forward. So it's very simple. I'm going to start again, go to file, we're going to create a new file again afresh, but we're going to use a different path to get to this point. So we go to file, and there you go, new company, right? Let's give it some time, and here we are. Notice the same interface that you found. So we go to Express Start, and let's call this one Job Tech. Let's call this one Job Tech Ltd. Called Job Tech Entity Company, right? The other one is Job Tech Ltd Incorporation. So Job Tech Limited Company. Gonna enter industry. You're going to pick the same industry, which is product based. All right, remember we're going to change it later and make it both product and service. Company type, we're going to pick partnership. ID, we're going to, let's see, so we pick a partnership. We're going to use tax ID following this format: 3 digits, 2 digits, and 4 digits. So I'm going to enter 3 digits, which is 236. Sorry, 236 3. Let's say 236. I'm going to enter 2 digits, which is 85, and then 4 digits, which is 6989. Okay, I'm just using a number, but remember that's where you enter your ID or where you enter your KRA pin. In Kenya, that's where you enter your KRA pin. I explained to you how you handle that and how companies trigger and tamper with this one to allow the kind of format that you see in the country for the KRA pin. So when I click continue, and here we are, address, we're gonna give it a PO box, and let's give this one 5,000, right? And Shanty, you can call that one St. Petersburg Street. Remember, you enter the street where your company is located. We're just using general or You need formal information there. You're gonna enter Machakos. You can enter Nairobi, depending on your city where your business is located. State in Kenya, we don't deal with state, so I'm gonna skip that. Zip code, we don't have zip codes, so I'm gonna skip that. Country, Kenya doesn't appear here, so I'm gonna pick other. Okay. And phone number, I'm going to enter landline, but remember you can also enter actually mobile phone number. In this case, let's enter actual mobile phone number. There you go. Let's see if this one they are correct. Yeah, that's mobile number. Email, I'm gonna call it job. Sorry, it's gonna be job tech core dot job tech core at info.com. Here you enter the official email of your company, and then it's gonna be the website www.jobtechcore jobtech.co.ke. That's going to be the website. It's basically job tech, and this is a company in Kenya, and that is it. So I'm gonna click create company file, and then I'm going to give it some time. Notice still following the same steps, but this time around you're going to use a different path. I want you to master both pathways. So it's going to take some time, and the company file contains basic information of your company. That is your address, the name of your company, and the street where your company is located. And here we are hitting the same step that we had previously. Now in the previous lesson we skipped all this. We came here to start working. Okay, if you are good, or if you are already familiar with the QuickBooks, you skip this just like we skipped in the previous lesson, and we went right away to start working with the system where we could have entered employees and customers and all other information from the interface, right? But at this point I want us to try using all this one. We could use this one to enter people, that's vendors, employees, and customers. We need to decide our services that you're going to be selling here and our bank accounts here. So rather than avoid this, which is what you did the previous lesson, because I wanted to show you that you can skip all this and go right away to starting using the system. Now we're gonna use this. So I'm gonna click, we wanna add people, and this could be employees, this could be customers, this could be vendors. So I'm gonna click add. Right here we are. I mentioned in the previous lesson you can import contacts, you can import, and the good thing with QuickBooks account addition 2012, it's advanced. By the way, that's why I call this course advanced QuickBooks training, not just because we dive deep and cover advanced stuff, but also using advanced software. Okay, that makes the work even easier for you. So here we can import from Outlook, we can import contacts from Yahoo, you can import your contact from Gmail, or you can just import them from Excel, or you can enter them manually. So what we're gonna do here is, we don't have contact in Outlook or Yahoo or Gmail, neither do we have any in Excel. So we're going to do here, we're going to enter them manually. That's why we pick this option. Okay, I'll click continue, then we're going to enter this manual. So click continue, and here we are. So what are we supposed to do here? We are now supposed to enter our customers, vendors, and employees. Now let's see, we have let's see what we have here. We have this section called skip, customer, vendor, employee, and all that. You indicate here what you are actually entering. So in this case, let's say we start with customer. So you're going to be entering customer. So click there. I'm entering customer. Okay. If I click here, that means I'm entering a vendor. Okay. Now, who are vendors? These are people that you deal with as a business. They could be your suppliers. They could be professionals that you consult with. They could be government entities like Kenya Revenue Authority, or the authority that gathers taxes in your country. So these are what you're calling vendors. Of course, customers, we all know who customers are. The people that buy from you. They can also be called clients. Then employees, of course, we all know who employees are. So we're going to start by entering customers first. So I'm going to click here and we're going to enter 3 customers. So I'm going to click here, right? So that means I'm now about to enter a customer, and then I'll come right here and then I'm going to enter the customer name. Let's say this customer is called John. Okay, that's the name of the customer and their company. What kind of company are they running? Let's say they are running Patasi Wholesale or Patasi Technology. That's their company. Their first name is John, and their last name is Patasi. They've given their company after their last name. Their email, sorry, it's John at gmail.com. John P at gmail.com. We need to enter their phone number, and their phone number is 0732 999966. Okay, their alternative phone number. Now, if you want to contact John, you can use that phone number, or maybe John has a representative who represents him. There are certain customers who have representatives, such that if you're not able to reach out to the customer, if they are busy, then you can reach out to their assistant, okay, who can then help you, or through whom you can transact with that customer. So you enter the alternative number here of the other person whom you can reach out if you're not able to get in touch with John. So we're gonna give him the alternative phone number, which is 0789322931. Now, if you're going to be doing an international business, if your business is international, then you might need to enter your country code here. So I'm gonna enter the country code for Kenya, which is 254, and then I enter the number right there. Scroll back. This will enable when you're making it, to make it easy for you when you make international calls. I'm gonna change this one. I'm gonna give it our country code. That means I can make an international call. That's why we need to enter the country code. Fax, we don't have fax number. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to scroll through here. You see this scroll bar? I can click here and scroll sideways. I'm gonna enter some more information. So I'll enter some more information. I'll scroll here so you can enter the address. The address for this company is PO Box PO Box PO Box. That's the number city, Italy, and then right contact name. Now, sometimes when you're dealing with the customers, they may not be the ones you're dealing with it direct. They have a contact person whom you deal with on the behalf of that customer, and that's why you enter the name of that contact person. Now, for the contact person, I can enter the representative of this customer, or the assistant of this customer who owns this number. Okay, if a customer doesn't have a representative, then for the contact, you can just leave it as it is. You don't have to enter anything there. So let's say their contact person is let's say they don't have a contact person. Okay, just leave it as that. Or let's just enter someone like Mary Patashi, right? Let's assume that's the contact person. If you're not able to contact John direct, then you reach out to Mary Patashi, right? So we're done with entering customer details for that customer. Now notice the difference here. If you took the 2-week course, you notice that the interface for entering our customer didn't look like this. We entered the customer in a different window, which we can still do it, but for this system, it allows you and gives you a very simple interface to enter the information that you want. It just looks like Excel. It's trying to simplify everything for you so it doesn't look very, very complicated. Okay, so you can enter all the customers here. Now, of course, as your business grow, you're going to have more and more customers. If you have more and more customers, then you can enter the customers the normal way using the interface, which is actually what we are doing in the 2-week QuickBooks course. So either way, whether you enter your customers right here or whether you enter your customers using the normal interface, which is actually what you're going to be doing in the next lesson, then it's all the same. What this system is allowing you to do is you enter the customer before you get started working with your business. But practically, even when you enter all the customers here, you're going to have a growing business. So your customers are going to increase. So you will need to enter customers using the QuickBooks interface, which we'll be doing the next lesson. So I'm just showing you that right at the start, as you create your company file, the new and advanced version of QuickBooks allows you to enter customers right away. And that is exactly what we're doing here. So I said we're gonna enter 3 customers, but let's enter just 2 customers. We shall add more customers as we move on. So if enter the first customer, I'm gonna enter another customer. So I'm gonna activate this one. That means I'm entering another customer. And let's call this customer Kelly. Let's call him Kelly Limo. Right, sorry, it's actually Kelly and their company is Kelly Suppliers. Now I mentioned before, actually not before, I mentioned this in the 2-week course, QuickBooks, sorry, this is supplier. All right, hold on just a minute. Just hold on for a minute. I'll check something here. All right, yeah, so this is a Kelly Supplier, and the first name is Kelly and the last name is Limo. Let's enter the address. It's Kelly at Yahoo. Kelly at yahoo.com. Gonna enter the address. So it's plus 254. That's the code for Kenya. And then gonna enter the phone number. Let's see whether this is okay. All right, let's see that these numbers are okay. We're good to go. We're going to enter alternative phone number. Again, we start with the country code. This becomes important if you're going to be doing international business. You don't have to make international calls, so to make sure that you can do that comfortably. Then we do not have fax. Let's enter the address, and this is gonna be PO Box, PO Box, and PO Box, PO Box. This is going to be 3097, and this is going to be Nairobi. All right, so we are entering our customer before we even get to the QuickBooks interface. So the advanced QuickBooks software 2012 accountant edition gives you that option. You can enter customers and vendors as part of the company file and setup creation. Okay, but remember, you can always add more once you've set up your company. So we have 2 customers. Those are enough. Let's now add a vendor. So I'm gonna come here and pick vendor. So these are customers because they are activated here. These are customers, and now I want to add a vendor. So that's why I'm activating this one. And we're gonna add 2 vendors, and then we're gonna add 1 more employee, right? So let's see. We're gonna call this vendor. We have Taylor, and their company is Taylor Technology. The first name is Taylor, and their last name is McDonald. Taylor McDonald, and their email is taylor@gmail.com, and you're gonna enter the address plus 254 789 555 666. Alternative phone number, it's gonna be 254 733 952 645. That's it. Let's see what I want to add. Yes, need to add more information. What's the address? It's let's make it caps. PO Box, PO Box, PO Box. We're gonna have that one as their number, which is 565-803. That's the number, and then Taylor comes from Mombasa. Right, there you go. Let's add. We can add more. We're going to add more customers. So we're going to add more vendors. Let's complete the alternative contact for Taylor. It's going to be let's see, it's going to be Mike. It's going to be Mike Taylor. If you're not able to reach out to Taylor himself, you can reach out to Mike Taylor. This customer is also going to give him an alternative contact. The customer's name is Kelly. Kelly who? Let's say the customer is Kelly. All right, it's Kelly Limo. So if you're not able to reach out to Kelly, we can reach out to Kelly alternative contact, who is Ross. Okay, Ross Kelly. That is it. So remember, once we have the company set up, we can add more and more suppliers or other vendors. So suppliers or vendors. So I'm gonna We're not going to add one more. We're going to add more in the next lesson. Let's add just one more employee. So you can click employee. Actually, let's add one employee so that we'll have one vendor, we'll have one employee, and two customers. The idea is to see and to be able to know how to add customers during the process of setting up your company. Okay, remember, we are still setting up our company, but being given the option to add employees, vendors, and customers. And I'm showing you exactly how to do that. Right now, with two customers, one vendor, gonna add one more employee. Then from there, we're going to continue. So let's call this employee. Let's call this employee Rachel. Sorry, call this employee Rachel. And then this employee doesn't really have a company, so you're gonna skip that because this employee, they don't have a company. The first name is Rachel, and their second name is Rachel Matthew. Their email is rachel@gmail.com. Then you're gonna enter the number plus 254 756 222 845. They have two numbers. It's gonna have the other number, assuming they have two numbers. So because they have two phone numbers, you're gonna going to enter the other numbers. So it's 254, and this time around this is a Safcom number. It's gonna be 239687552. Right, they don't have a fax number. We can enter the address. It's gonna have a P.O. box, and that's their number, which is 467 890, and they reside in let's see where, Kisumu. All right, so that is it. So currently what we have two customers, we have one vendor, and we have one employee. We can add as many as we want, but we want to continue because we have an opportunity to add more in the next lesson via the QuickBooks interface. So I'm going to click continue, and here we are. What do you have here? Add the people to do business with. For conduct already has been added, and what we have here, conduct need to be fixed before they can be added. Now, like I said, the system will tell you when you make mistakes, all right, or if something is wrong, and that's why you don't have to worry. And this is one of the reasons why using automating your business using QuickBooks will help you correct and fix a lot of errors that would occur in paperwork, because QuickBooks will track every single detail you enter, and it will notify you if there are any problems that need to be fixed. So as you can see, we have 4 contacts already. Contacts need to be fixed before they can be added. 0 contacts are duplicated. In email, 0 contacts are duplicated from QuickBooks. And then if we click, let's see if we click fix, what happens? These contacts have duplicate names. Let's see, each name needs to be unique. To keep a name more than once, you'll need to vary it slightly, e.g. Breda Borden -C for customer and a Breda Borden V for vendor. All right, so let's see, skip vendor. All right, what we have here, we don't have any customer that's duplicated here, so we don't seem to have any problems. I can cancel that if I click fix. still don't have any problem. I'm just showing you how this one works. Notice we are told 0 contacts are duplicated. That means we don't have any contact with names that are duplicated. Sometimes you can have contact whose names are duplicated. The system will track them up and it will show you here the number of contacts whose name have been duplicated to eliminate any erroneous reporting or erroneous information in your system. So currently everything seems to be okay. There are no duplicates anywhere. Now, do you want to enter opening balance now? We are starting a new business here, so we don't have any opening balance to this customer. Okay, we haven't transacted with them. We haven't transacted with any of the customer or vendors or employees. So I'm gonna click continue, and we are done. What do you notice here? You have 2 customers, 1 vendor, 1 employee, and we are done with that. I can add more if I want, or I can now go and set up my product and service that I will be selling. Okay, so let's come here and let's deal with product and services. So I'm gonna click add, and here we are. Now QuickBooks restores your products and services as items. Okay, so when you're adding product and services, they are recognized as items in the system, whether it's a service or whether it's a product. And here we have an option. Now we want to be running a business that handles both services and products. So what we're gonna do here, we're going to add both. So notice here item type service. Let's assume we want to add some service, and in this case we are assuming we run a business that provides both services and products. The services could be we offer training, the services could be we offer installation services, services could be we offer consultation services. So different types of services, right? So when I add a service, then we come back and add a non-inventory. So I will pick service here, or you pick service here in your system, assuming you're following along. So pick a service here and then you click continue, and here you are. You can now add the service you will be providing. So in this case, let's say we provide installation services. So you can say software, the service called software, let's call it point of sale, point of sale software installation, which by the way is one of the services that I provide. So let's just make it clear, because I provide point of sale installation services. Let's just have it there. Okay, point of sale software installation. Okay, now notice for the name, it cannot be that long, so it has to be short. So let's say point of sale information, sorry, point of sale installation. So let's describe it: QuickBooks point of sale installation for supermarkets. Okay, again, the QuickBooks point of sale, the description cannot be that long, so let's check this. Let's make it a software installation. Right, let's change this one: point of sale software installation. You want to make sure it's this time does not allow you to enter something very long in terms of description, so we keep it short. Point of sale software installation, and this is the ones that we install for supermarkets and other stores. So actually we are making this one real because this is one of the services that I provide to drugstores and supermarkets and other person that you want to automate their systems. So what's the price? Let's say let's give it in Kenyan shilling. So I'm gonna enter Kenyan shilling. Of course, if you are international student, then it means you enter the currency in your own country, right? So that is Kenyan shilling, and it goes with 50,000. There you are. So this is one of the services that you provide. I can add one more service, then you'll be done. All right. Well, we seem to have a problem here. Could not be converted. Okay, let's see. Okay, if this one doesn't get fixed, no problem. What we're going to do is we can skip this one, and when we complete this one, we are going to activate the Kenyan currency, because this one means the Kenyan currency is not activated. What is active? Most likely it's the US dollar, and so converting this one becomes a problem. That's why it's highlighted red. So let's see whether we can continue with that one. We seem to have a problem. Let's click continue and see. And there you are, one item already fixed. Don't worry, we can go back there and we shall actually change and activate Kenyan shilling so we don't have currency conversion problem. So I'm gonna click continue, and I have that one service done. I want to add a product, so I'll click here again, add more, and this time around non-inventory part. We sell laptops, so when I click continue, and let's say laptops. Right now we are adding non-inventory part. We sell laptops. We can say XUK and brand new laptops. Okay, so we've added a description. Price. Okay, let's get very specific. This is okay. Price, let's give it 30K. Wanted to change this one. Let's call it Toshiba satellite. We are being very specific about the laptops we are selling, so that the price is also very specific. Toshiba satellite. Okay, this is a laptop model BBC66. Right, the price is 30K, which is Kenyan shilling. So I'm gonna enter the currency there. Show convert later. Manufacturing, this is manufacturing part number, and we're not able to proceed because this one is not yet converted, but don't worry about that because you can always come back to this one and change. So just click continue, and we click continue, and we're done in that. We shall come back here. Currently we have one service, one inventory. We shall come back and improve them later. I'm just showing you how you can do them at this point before you even complete setting up your company. So one more thing, and then you'll be done with this lesson. So I'm gonna click add. All right, let me cancel. What are we adding? Add your bank account. When I have just one bank, we can add more banks that you're going to be dealing with. So I will click the add button, and we get to have Kenya Commercial Bank, or KCB, Kenya Commercial Bank. KCB, and then account number of our bank is 111,999,673. Opening balance, it's 0. We haven't started transacting anything yet. Opening balance date, it's today. Let's just enter today's date, which is actually 15th 2020. There you go. And I can add more bank accounts if I want, but we should be doing that later on. So I'm gonna keep just one bank account as for now. I'm gonna click continue, and there you are. So now what we have here is add your bank account. Now that you have added your account information, you can be even more productive using QuickBooks. So how? Save time paying your bills and employees by printing checks from QuickBooks. Most QuickBooks users print checks from QuickBooks. Basically, like I mentioned, and sorry, this I mentioned in the 2-week course. If you're going to be writing checks in QuickBooks system, we call that printing checks. You're going to be making payments using QuickBooks. You could be writing checks using QuickBooks. Then you need to activate the fact or the feature that allows you to write checks, right? So what we have here is most QuickBooks users print checks or write checks from QuickBooks to save time and improve accuracy. Enter data once, and QuickBooks will print it on your check for you. If you want, we can even include your signature. Okay, now you can tell the system to remind you later if you want to do this. So we just say can she remind me later, and then just continue. Here we are. Save time and keep better records. We want the system to remind us in 1 week. Now what happens within 1 week of doing this? Your system will remind you to enter information about how to write your check and all that. So I can just cancel this one, and I can come back here. Let's see. All right, sorry, we did a mistake. I was supposed actually to cancel that. So let's see. Kenya Commercial Bank, Kenya Commercial Bank, account number 111 and then 568,923. Open balance 0. Date, we pick in today's date, which is actually 12th. Then you click continue, and let's say we don't want to be reminded later on. We can decide when to do that. If you tell it remind me later, it's gonna ask you after how long. Okay, so let's say no thanks, and then you continue, and we are done. So once you've added this information, you can now click start working, and when you click start working, you get here where we were. The difference between this path and the previous path is, at this point we already have 2 customers, and you already have 1 vendor, and you already have 1 employee, but we entered them when we were creating the company file, right? So there are 2 ways you can go about it. You can keep entering those vendors, customers, and employees like we did the previous lesson 1, or you can enter a few of them like just what we have done before you continue. So you choose which path you want to take. So what is my recommendation? You can skip all that, because once you get here, you can enter vendors, customers, and employees. So you don't have to necessarily enter them when you're creating the company file like we have just done in this lesson. You can skip it just like we skipped in lesson 1, and then enter them later, because when you enter them from here, it gives you more control, okay, on what to handle and even more options for more details. So my recommendation, just keep it. You can enter them later. You don't have to enter them at that point, but if you want to, then you can do it the way we've done it in this lesson. You can enter them during the process of creating your company file. So either way, you are going to arrive at this interface whereby you can now add anything that you want. So that is how you create a company file. Right now, our company file is complete. What you can see here is job tag, limited company, and you can see the interface. Now the interface has 5 sections. A section that deals with vendors, a section that deals with customers, a section that deals with employees, and a section that deals with banking, and a section that deals with company. From banking, it's where you do reconciliation, you write checks, you register checks, you do deposits. For the company, it's where you create charts of account, it's where you have calendars, it's where you enter items and services that you offer, like the products that you offer. In a vendors, it's where you pay bills, it's where you order products, and then that you order inventory, then you pay your bills and track your bills. For the customer, it's where you write invoices, where you make a billing statement. I shall explain all that. It's where you write receipts and all that kind of stuff. For the employees, it's where you deal and handle your employees. So this is the QuickBooks interface for the QuickBooks Accountant Edition. This is exactly how it looks like. What you notice, not really different from the previous interface for the 2-week course whereby we're using QuickBooks Pro, not Accountant Edition. But you notice there are real improvement with the newer version of QuickBooks Accountant Edition 2012. As the programs, the newer the program, or the if you buy the latest program, it will come with some improvements, some changes, but the basics are always the same. So what I want to do right now, what I want you to do right now is I want you to open a company file if you are not following along with me, and practice what you practice in this lesson. Adding a vendor, a customer, an employee, a bank account, an item, that is a service, and one inventory, just for practice. And then in the next lesson, we're gonna now focus on adding employees and vendors, all that using the current interface that we have, right? So practice creating another new company file and then adding a vendor. Actually add 2 vendors, 2 customers, and 2 employees. Then add 2 items, that is 2 services that you'll be offering. Add 2 non-inventory products that you'll be selling. In our case, we added just a laptop and software installation. I want you, for each category, services and products, to add 2. Then you go to add 2 bank accounts. This will help solidify your skills in creating a company file and adding people, that is vendors, employees, and customers, plus adding bank account and adding your items, services you offer, and products you offer. So I want you to practice it to solidify your skills, and then in the next lesson we're gonna dive in, and then I want to show you how now to start operating and working with QuickBooks. We'll kick off by dealing with customers. You're going to add more customers, more vendors, more employees. Then you're going to proceed from there. For now, I want you to practice, get good at it, and I'll see you in the next lesson, which is video lesson 3, as we dive deep into internal operations of this program. Until then, practice what you've done and really get good at it. And then you shall take those skills to the next level as we meet in the next session. I shall see you